ladies and gentlemen, what's going on? It's Egal Talks Football. We're back again with another video. I got today an update on Victor Gyokeres, update on Christian Mosquera, update from Mikel Arteta, and a little bit about what the Cronkies think about this transfer window, plus more. But before we go any further, please do hit the like on the goddamn video. Please do subscribe if you guys are new, and I'm going to show you guys everything I need to talk about today. First things first, let's get straight into the news and see what they got on Victor Gyokeres. So today there's been some reports from Duncan Castle. Yes, Duncan Castle has given us an update on what's going on with Victor Gyokeres. This is a very, very interesting report from Duncan Castle. Let's break it down. So first, he says Arsenal offered 63.5 plus 10 million euros. So that is a total package of 73.5 million for Gyokeres. No offer from Manchester United at this moment in time. Sporting want 2.5 million for Victor Gyokeres. First 20, 40, and then 60 games, and the last 2.5 if Arsenal qualify for the Champions League. Arsenal are unhappy with this bonus structure, as they would like a fixed fee in 4 installments. And because of that, Sporting now want an extra 1.2 million for that. These guys are ridiculous. Sporting, anytime they can get more money from a deal because they need to negotiate something different, anything Arsenal wants, they want more money. Anytime Arsenal wants anything, they want more money. Initially, we wanted the breakdown of the fee to be around winning the league or winning something, but they're like, no, we're not including any Champions League or league winning title clause in the deal, that it has to be based around gameplay and starts based on first, meaning starts. And if he plays 20 games, if you play 40 games, if you play 60 games, and then initially if we qualify to the Champions League, they want the full 10 million, pretty much very easy to gain, guaranteed. But Arsenal want it to be a little bit more difficult, and in that case, they're even okay with paying the 10 million in this way, but they want it done over 4 installments rather than 3 different installments. And if we qualify for Champions League, they want it to be a little bit more spread out, the rest of the payments. So they're unhappy with the payment structure and the bonus structure for the full fee also, let alone the bonuses. So that's the situation there. Gyokeres exchanges letters. Gyokeres exchanging legal letters with Sporting, and further details to be discussed there. Now, quickly, before we go on to any of the other topics, I just want to show you guys one more thing on the Gyokeres situation, as there was something that was going around here. Mikel Arteta actually spoke about Victor Gyokeres. Victor Gyokeres in a press conference. He was asked about Victor Gyokeres in the press conference and whether Victor Gyokeres will be joining Arsenal or not. And he basically said he can't really speak on Victor Gyokeres. When asked about it, he basically said, I can't comment on any players that are not part of the team. Gabriel Magalhaes actually got asked about Arsenal potentially making signings, and he had some very interesting things to say the least, talking about qualities of the new arrivals. He spoke about Gyokeres' celebration. He spoke about fitness. He spoke about some things like that. And he also spoke about Arsenal potentially signing Gyokeres. And this is what he had to say about Arsenal potentially signing Gyokeres.
For sure, when we played against him, it was a big challenge for us. What we know now is that he's a great player, who definitely had a great season last year.
That's pretty much it. And we also got one more update on Gyokeres before we talk about anything else. That's this right here, talking about this right here. Boom. Basically telling us, I'll get the computer to read it out.
Arsenal are so far down the line with Victor Gyokeres. It really is just the finer details. This time last week they thought it was done and could not imagine it running to this weekend. Arsenal are staying calm. I need to emphasize that. They admit some deals are just easier than others. In terms of the player, I am told Gyokeres himself is frustrated. He wants to be with Arsenal now. He just wants to be with his new teammates.
Facts. So that is the situation there. Very interesting to say the least. Also, Mikel Arteta, Cronkies prefer Arsenal to be fully responsible with no risk of PSR concerns. Mikel Arteta has strongly and successfully argued to push the budget out this summer. Also, just to show you guys, the Arsenal new away kit has been leaked. So there you go. If I'm not mistaken, is that the third kit or the away kit? I think it's the third kit. Arsenal's new kit. I forget which kit it is. Is it the third kit or is it the away kit? Yeah, it's the away kit. So Arsenal will wear this kit for the away kit this season, and it looks really nice. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. So let me know what you guys think about the away kit. Personally, initially you always look at them and they don't look so nice, but I'll give this a solid 6 out of 10. Could be better, but at this moment in time, it depends what we do in the kit rather than what the kit looks like in general. Next, let's talk about Christian Mosquera. What's going on with Christian Mosquera? Well, papers have been signed. Mosquera is expected to fly to Singapore to join the Arsenal team on the tour. So that's what's going on with Christian Mosquera. Great news that he will be joining the team. He's expected to travel to Singapore to join the Arsenal team very, very soon. Also, Sporting has offered 18 million plus 5 million in add-ons for their up-and-coming player that they want to sign to replace Gyokeres, which is going to be Luis Suarez. And that is that right there. We've already spoken about the away kit. We've already spoken about that. Arteta actually got asked a question about Thomas Partey, and when asked about the question about Thomas Partey, he basically said that there would be a statement. Do you think the club followed the correct protocol? He said 100%. As for the situation with Eze and Xavi Simons is expected to be now linked to both Chelsea and Arsenal. But in the last couple hours, there's been reports that he is closer to a move to Chelsea, which could be a move of at least 70 million all in, 70 million euros, that is. If I'm not mistaken, 70 million euros is close to the 50 million pounds that we paid for Madueke. So we basically gave them the option between Xavi Simons or Eze, and they're now going to be signing Xavi Simons with the money that we gave them for Madueke, pretty much. But it is what it is. We want Eze. Hopefully we can still get Eze. Arsenal are still very strong candidates to sign Eze, as when it was last reported a couple of days ago that Arsenal are still looking at Eze and are looking to sign Eze. So we're going to have to wait and see what happens with that. Quickly, is there anything else that we need to talk about? Yes, it looks like even if we get a deal done with Gyokeres, he might not be able to join Arsenal for the preseason tour. He might actually be staying in the UK to continue his summer training, and we'll have to wait and see what happens. But yeah, hopefully we can get the pay structure sorted, and hopefully that can all get sorted in the background so we can get that deal done for Victor Gyokeres. In the meanwhile, there is an update on Rodrygo that looks unlikely, and he looks like he might be headed to Liverpool. After Liverpool have just signed Higo Ekitike, they could potentially make the sale of Luis Diaz, and reports all over the world are now reporting that Liverpool are the favorites to sign Rodrygo in the case that he was to leave Real Madrid. And there you go. Liverpool want to sign Rodrygo if Luis Diaz leaves the club. He is their first choice, and Fofana is the backup option. Fofana is a great backup option. He's very young, up and coming also. And yeah, and there was this final report here. Let me just show you guys the final report. It looks like Arsenal are in a win-win situation, as Arsenal are interested in Xavi Simons, but focused on Eze as their priority signing, and Simons is the backup, as Chelsea also are coming to try to snap up Simons, and that is a very interesting situation with that. And yeah, finally, where's the Gyokeres update? Forget about the fact that his dad was crying. The last update that we need to talk about on Gyokeres is that he will be most likely staying. Where is it? He most likely will be staying in London in the case of any training. There you go. So should the here, let me read it out. Let me get the computer to read out.
Should the frustrating delay continue, Arsenal will consider keeping Gyokeres in London as opposed to flying him solo to Asia to protect his conditioning ahead of the new Premier League season.
There you go. There you have it. So that's pretty much it, ladies and gentlemen. I'll leave it for now. That is pretty much all the latest Arsenal news. Nothing else to really be spoken about. We spoke about all the potential incomings, all the latest updates on everything that Mikel Arteta said. He did emphasize there will be more signings incoming. And that is pretty much it. So yeah, just to give you guys a quick recap, we now know the ridiculous things that Sporting keep demanding. We know that it's between Eze and Xavi Simons. We most likely will sign Eze. Mosquera will now be joining Arsenal on the tour. And that's pretty much it. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. I'll catch you guys in the next one. Love for the love, people. Peace out.